Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video, and I want to go over a quick tutorial on how to create the Hangman game using pure vanilla JavaScript. There's no frameworks used in this video, so don't worry about that, and let's get right into it. So as you can see here, this is the game we have, and if we go ahead and click on all the wrong ones, we get the you lost and the reset button here. And if we get the correct ones, let's see which one this one is. Kotlin, and you won. And the wrong guesses are counted here, and if we reset that, that also goes back to 0. So let's go ahead and code this from scratch. The first thing I'm going to do is I have the image files here that we're going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and copy the image files into our new folder that we're going to practice in. So image folder is right there. And I have already CD'd into that folder. So practice 2, I'm already inside here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a index.html file like so. And then we're going to create a JavaScript folder. And inside here, we're going to create the hangman.js file. In the index HTML file, we're going to create a boilerplate, create hangman like so. And we're going to go ahead and add bootstrap in. So let's go get bootstrap for CDN. From stack path. I like this one. Copy that and come back to here. Bootstrap for CDN. Don't think I copied that, so let's copy that again. Whoops. Link. That's odd. Paste that in there. That should work. And here we're going to create a container class. And we're going to create a text center. Whoops. H1 with a text center and hangman title. We're then going to create a float right, and wrong guesses tab with a span of I think 0, and ID is mistakes of span, and this one is going to be ID max wrong, and we're going to put that as empty right now. We'll just add that in later, or actually we'll just put in 6 for now. It's going to be 6 later on too, so we're going to just empty that out here just to make sure we got it correctly. And let's see. Do another class. Whoops. Text center class. P paragraph. Guess the programming language, word, spotlight. The word to be guessed goes here. And keyboard and a button. So far, just to show you guys what we have so far, we have changed that to practice 2. We have this. This is what we have so far. Very ugly. I mean, it's not gonna get that pretty in the end anyways, but that's what we have. So let's get right back into it. So button class button. Whoops, I think yeah, keyboard tag keyboard div goes there and ends there. And let's see, button with a button class, button info class, reset, and on click we wanted to also go to reset function. We're going to create that function in a little bit. So this is what we have so far. And I'm going to use open with live server, which makes things a lot easier. And so far, if we go to console log, reset means reset is not defined. So let's go to hangman.js and start defining things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable of programming languages. I'm just going to copy and paste from what I already have. And then I'm going to create let answer is equal to blank, let max wrong is equal to 6, let mistakes is equal to 0, starting out at least. Let guessed is equal to blank array that's going to contain the letters that we're going to guess. Let word status is equal to null. I forgot what word status was. I will get back to that later. Actually, let's delete it, and I'll forget what word status is missing, and then we'll both figure that out later. And let's create a function called random word, and this will generate one of the words. This will not generate, this will pick one of the words from here. So function random word, and answer is going to be programming languages, and we're going to select one of the array items randomly. Math.for math random programming languages dot length. And we're going to go ahead and call that function random word. And just to show you guys that it's working, we're going to go ahead and alert the answer. And now let's see if that works. Apparently it's not. It's not working at all. Console log, no errors. Alert answer. Oh, right, I didn't include it in the body script. That looks a little better. And And then let's see here, we're going to create a script, source JS hangman.js. Now it should work. Python, refresh HTML, refresh C. Okay, now that we know that's working, we're going to come back here and remove that part. And next we're going to do a fun thing. We're going to generate the buttons for the keyboard. So we're going to create another function called generate buttons. Now we can do this just with pure HTML and just write it all down, but I like this method because it's cleaner, and instead of repeating the same line 26 times, we can just type it out once here so that we can, I guess, reuse the code. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to use it, but I like how it's a good demonstration of how to do dry coding, don't repeat yourself coding. So here it goes. Let buttons HTML is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Excuse me for the singing. Split by nothing, and then map letter for representing each and every one of the looped items in the array that we just created in the variable from the array we just created from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And here we are going to do something cool. We're going to use backticks, and we're going to say button class is equal to btn large, btn primary, and margin of 2 all around. ID is going to be equal to, close backticks for a second, letter, and on click, handle guess, letter. Okay, so that's done. And we're actually going to insert the letter here. I should have done that first just to show you guys how it works. Whoops. Backticks again. Plus, letter plus. And let's see how that shows up. Refresh. Something's wrong. Oh, right. I didn't actually run this. Okay, so I'm just gonna run this first here. Now let's see if it's working. Nope, still not working. Let's go to console log. Nothing there. Generate buttons. I wonder why that's not oh, right. I have to actually insert this in the HTML. So let's go back here and let's say document get element by ID and keyboard div. Remember, we have the keyboard div here. We have the keyboard div right here. And we're going to say enter HTML is going to be buttons HTML. Now it should work. And to get rid of these annoying commas, we are going to say dot join here and blank. So join with a blank element. And that should get rid of the commas. Looking good so far. Next, we are going to go ahead and let's see, what can we do next? we can say the word to be guessed goes here. So actually, let's update the wrong guesses first. So to do the wrong guesses, we can do, let's see, here down here we can see document get element by ID, inner HTML is equal to max wrong, and the get element by ID was this one, max wrong. Same thing. Now, why it's not working? Is max wrong defined? Yes, max wrong is defined as 6. Console log. That's alright. Document get element by ID, max wrong. Then inner HTML, we want it to be max wrong. Span ID. Is that correct? That looks alright. If I just type something in here, that pops up correctly. Wonder why that's not working. Document get element by ID max wrong. That's all correct. Inner HTML. I wonder why that didn't pop up in the console log. Should have come up as an error. Okay, so now it's wrong guesses 0 of 6. So should look a little bit better now, and let's see. Now let's get the image. So the image of the very first one, image, this is going to contain the Hangman image source. It's going to be images 0.jpg. ID is going to be Hangman pic. Okay, so that's working so far. Now let's get the word out. The word to be guessed goes here. So if we go back to hangman.js, we can say function guessed word and word status. Okay, so this is where we're going to use the word status, and we're going to create it, use it in 2 separate locations. So we're going to define the word status outside here, so that's going to be used in both of those functions in a short while. Word status is equal to null here. And word status, let's see, word status. We're going to say answer.split map letter guessed index of check if the letter exists in the guessed array that we have already guessed previously. If it does exist, which is going to be greater than 0. If it does not exist, it will be -1. But if it exists, it will be a number greater than 0, pointing to which position it is in. So just say greater than 0 to kind of get the true or false value. Then letter underscore like so, and then we're going to say join so that we don't have the commas. Whoops. And then we're going to say document get element by ID, enter HTML, word status, word spotlight, and let's see if that's working. So far, no, it's not working right now. If I go to console log, let's see if we get an error. No, there's no errors here. So let's see, enter HTML is correct. Document, oh, word spotlight, we didn't put that in. So word spotlight, oh, we did actually. We actually do have that there. Word to be guessed. Console log. Everything is fine. Word spotlight, enter HTML is equal to word status. Oh, we didn't run this command yet. So let's go ahead and run that command. Run that function, guessed word. Great. So if you refresh, it should come up with a different word to be guessed each time, like so. So now let's actually guess the words, guess the letters. Okay, so let's see. Hangman, where's the guess letters? Keyboard, all right. We put it inside here. Handle guess and the letter. So let's create the handle guess function. Gonna put it right over here. Function handle guess. And we do pass down a chosen letter. So we're going to say chosen letter here. Guessed index of. If chosen letter does not exist, you want to go ahead and push the guessed chosen letter into the array. But if it does already exist, we want to do nothing, null. Which doesn't, we don't have to do this part because we are going, actually that's why I put the null area, because we disable the buttons when they are clicked once anyway, so they can't be duplicated. So that's already taken care of, but we're just doing it doubly here. Document get element by ID. Chosen letter. Remember, we set the ID here to the letter. Chosen letter, set attribute disabled true. That's how that works. And so document element got get element by ID chosen set attribute disabled to true. So this and this kind of this part and the null part are kind of repetitive, but that's fine. And let's see. Nothing's happening so far. Handle guess, index of chosen letter. Okay, so if answer index of chosen letter is greater than or equal to 0, meaning that it does exist, then we're going to go ahead and run the guessed word function so that it updates the letters. So if we go back to our thing, HTML, nope, Java, no, Ruby, nope. Okay, I'm going to actually say alert the answer, just to make sure to know what we're dealing with. Okay, why is that not working? Handle guess, that is correct. And we do have the chosen answer, chosen letter, I mean. That is odd. And there's nothing in the console log. The console log is proving to be quite useless right now. Usually console log is pretty helpful with JavaScript. Let's see. Let's just run the function here. See if that does anything. Nope, that does nothing. Property set attribute of null. Cannot read property set attribute of null. 45. Okay, so something's not good at 45. Set attribute disabled. Okay, so oh right, I think I have to disabled, that's defined here, that's more than enough. I'll be right back, 1 second. Okay, so I found the error, and the error was that in the ID section here, I didn't have a closing tag, and that was causing the error. So the letter was not registering. So now if we go back, now if we say the answer, whoops, okay, that's not what I want, not answer like that. I want the actual answer. C#, so if I go to C#, the letters start appearing. Now I have to start incrementing the wrong guesses if I get it wrong. And to do that, I'm going to say else if answer index of chosen letter is equal to -1. That means it doesn't exist. Then mistakes is going to be added by 1. And we want to run a function called update mistakes so that it actually updates the number. If we use something like React.js, then we can use state control to not have to do this part, but since we don't have state control, we're going to go ahead and update this using vanilla JavaScript. So let's see, function update mistakes. Get element by ID, their HTML is equal to mistakes. Not sure why there is an underline. Expected. Okay, so whoops, something's wrong. What did I do wrong this time? Okay, mistakes. Oh, I spelled function wrong. Function. There you go. Now if I get the wrong one, so it's Ruby, and if I get the wrong one, then the number keeps on going up and up and up without end. So I have to check for a loss. So in order to check for losses, I will do check if game lost. And here I'm going to do a check if game won. So let's do check if game won here. Whoops. Check if game won. If word status is equal to answer, then I want document get element by ID, keyboard, enter HTML, and it's going to say very simply, you won. And I'm going to copy and paste this for the check if game lost. And this is going to be mistakes is equal to max wrong. Then document ID is going to say you lost. JavaScript. Okay, so let's get it incorrect first. I think that's easier. You lost. Okay, so now we have to create the reset button, or I'm just going to create the refresh button for now, and then let's see, JSON. You won. Great. And I'm going to get rid of the alert answer since we don't need that anymore. And let's do the reset button. All the way down here, we're going to say function reset and mistakes is equal to 0. Guest array is equal to empty again. Whoops. And document get element by ID. And this is going to be the Hangman pick. Source is equal to images 0.jpg. This won't have any effect right now, but it will have an effect in a little bit. And then we're going to generate a new random word. We're going to reset the guest word so that it's all underscores again. And then we're going to update mistakes because we made this mistakes variable 0 here, but that doesn't mean it's going to get updated in the HTML because this is not React or Vue.js or I guess Angular as well. So that's that. And then we're going to generate the buttons on the keyboard again so that there's no disabled buttons anymore. And it's all refreshed. Generate buttons. Okay. Now let's go back, refresh the page. So there's 2 wrong. And if I hit refresh, reset, nope, that's not working. Let's see. Get element by ID is not defined. Document dot get element by ID. Okay, so now if we refresh, that goes back to 0 and this goes back to 0. So let's lose the game. Whoops. You lost. Refresh. You lost again. You won. Refresh. And if we lose, I wanted to say we lost and actually say which what the actual answer was. So if check if game lost, I think that's where I put this here. Check if game lost. We're going to say document get element by ID or HTML. Word spotlight. The answer was answer. Now let's check if that's working. So let's see CSS, nope. PHP, yes. Oh, actually, if I get it incorrect, let's see if we get it. You lost. The answer was PHP. Great. So that's working. I think it's doing PHP twice. Nope. I can't remember what this one was. SQL. SQL. You won. Great. And finally, let's update the image. So, the chosen letter area, check if game lost. If I make a mistake, I want to say update Hangman picture. And we're going to create a function right here. Function update Hangman picture. It's going to be document get element by ID Hangman pic source images mistakes .jpg. So this is the number of mistakes and it corresponds to the images we have, so that's just a convenience we have. And now if we go back here, we have it working. So PHP, whoops, we lost CSS, not HTML, it must be Java, nope, maybe Ruby, nope. What other 4-letter ones are there? HTML, no. JSON, you can never get that right. CSS, SQL. SQL, you won. Perfect. Reset. And again, if we lose again, or halfway through, we can reset it. You lost. Reset. So I'm just checking the guess. This number is correct again. Perfect. You lost. Okay. So that's the Hangman game. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.